Skyfire 2021. Hey guys, welcome to Cinema Recaps. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Today we will be breaking down a Chinese 2019 disaster action movie, Skyfire. Warning, spoiler alert. The movie begins on the volcanic island of Tianhuo with Meng, a young child of two volcanologists. Meng is playing around while her mother is planting seismic monitors for the volcano nearby. Then, an earthquake occurs, and Meng's mother notices that the volcano is about to explode, so they start running back to the camp where Meng's father, Wentao, is staying. Wentao notices the eruption and immediately starts driving towards his family. Unfortunately, before he can even get to them, Meng and her mother get separated. But as Meng was driven away safely by strangers, Wentao didn't make it in time to save his wife, causing her to be engulfed by the volcano's superheated gas. This event would later on sever the bond between Wentao and Meng. A couple of years passed. The volcano's island has been turned into a tourist attraction with a luxury resort and theme park, and Wentao, Meng's father, is teaching a class about Tianhuo's eruption, noting that it's the only volcano to ever erupt in just 20 minutes, causing that horrible incident. Meanwhile, Meng, who is now a volcanologist as well, dives deep inside a volcano in a heat-resistant suit. She proceeds to plant the same device her mother planted in the first part. After a slight mishap, Zheng, a member of her team, manages to save her in the last minute, deeming the operation as a success. Meng goes back to their base of operations, where everyone gathers, revealing their Zhuge system, an underground monitoring system under the Tianhuo volcano, which was her mother's original plan before she perished. After a short briefing and exchanges of congratulations, one of the sensors detected unusual activity, which was threatening the safety of the resort and theme park on the island. So, Meng wanted to take action, but her professor and supervisor, Jiang, eased her mind and suggested that they be patient until all the sensors are online, implying that it's safe. Meanwhile, Wentao in his office sees a news report about the Tianhuo volcano, but he notices the volcano's picture that showed signs of an upcoming eruption. He starts comparing it to an old picture of the volcano before the first eruption, and to his surprise, it's nearly identical, signifying that the volcano would once again go boom boom. The following day, Harris, the owner of the luxury resort and theme park at Tianhuo, arrives in his resort to greet his investors. He brings them around and assures them that the volcano will only erupt every 150 years, which was the initial calculation. After he wraps the meeting up, Meng approaches him and warns him of the unusual activity, telling him that he needs to stop his business operations or else people will get hurt. However, Harris did not believe her and did not want to risk losing his investors, so he disregards Meng's warnings. The following day, Teng Bao, a co-worker of Meng, shows Meng a massive drone used for scanning. She's impressed, but immediately goes back inside. However, her father, Wentao, arrives after Meng kept ignoring his calls. He warns Meng that the Tianhuo volcano is about to go active and points out that their sensors would be too late before that happens. Teng Bao knocks and notifies them of their next monitoring session of the volcano aboard their helicopter, and likewise, Wentao insists on coming along for his daughter. Meanwhile, Chen, Harris's wife, takes the investors and other high-valued tourists nearby the volcano to show them around, and with the use of a monorail and a lift, she brings them to a platform for a better view of the volcano's insides. Also, at this time, Zheng and his fiancée planned a little trip to an underground pool where they decided to get closer to each other. Later, after a few moments of peace, Meng asks Teng Bao if the sensors are online. Teng confirms this, but immediately reports seismic movements in the sensor's range. As he said this, tremors began to happen. Wentao voluntarily goes to the guests to warn them of the pending danger, but it's too late as the eruption starts erupting. An earthquake occurs, and even the underground pool where Zheng and his fiancée were having fun has now excreted lava. Thankfully, they both got out. Meanwhile, as everyone stands around as an earthquake occurs on top of the volcano, Professor Jiang gets caught in a burst stream of superheated gas, instantly killing him and hitting the helicopter flying right above him, causing it to sway around. The helicopter finally falls near Meng, but thankfully, even after a few moments of staring right at it, she and another member manage to jump onto a bungee rope where they fully avoid their inevitable deaths. However, at the top of the volcano, the guests, including Wen Tao, get caught up in the burst streams of superheated gas and erupting lava. This causes chaos, and all the guests immediately fled the platform, rushing inside the lift for safety. Meng, who managed to get there in time, brings the lift back up with some of the surviving guests to safety, but that safety did not last for long as a fireball pinpoint hits the lift, causing damage. This puts Meng, Wen Tao, and the others in a magmatic situation. Meanwhile, Harris becomes aware of the situation, manages the panic, and sends a team to save the guests and his wife. Eventually, the lift gets back on top and all the passengers rush back into the two monorails. However, disaster strikes and one of the monorail's supports becomes damaged. So, Meng and Wen Tao start transferring the guests to the other safe monorail by assisting them in an impossible jump. Unfortunately, another volcanologist decides to YOLO and solo jumping despite the 5-second interval between the passing supports. This grew into an ultimate bruh moment. Right after that, Meng, Wen Tao, and Chen run out of time and their monorail derails, falling into a land surface where it proceeds to slide into its impending doom. But lo and behold, Zheng and his fiancée manage to stop the monorail with their car. With the same car, they leave the danger, but Teng contacts them, notifying them of a nearby village in danger of being swept away by the lava slide in a matter of an hour. In this same village, the grandfather of Zheng's fiancée resides, but due to the high stakes, the group decides whether to help the village or not. Finally, without a doubt, Meng makes the call and chose to save the village. Meanwhile, Harris observes the chaos and realizes what he has done. He then starts falling into a state of grief. As the chaos unfolds, the group takes on a plan to save the entire village. They would overflow the water reservoir for the dam to open the floodgates, which would then flow down into a borderline between the village and the lava flow to stop the lava from flowing any further to the village. On the other hand, Harris, who was stricken with guilt, sees a little girl alone in the rubble on the CCTV, and without hesitation, he goes out of his way to save the little girl, successfully reuniting her with her mother on the boat. After that, the group is now embarking on their destination to the water pipes for the reservoir. They manage to avoid the dangers from the disaster, evading superheated fog, fireballs, and even the lava flow. Though their car got caught on fire, Meng successfully removed the burning pieces to keep the group safe. But as they drive to their destination, Teng reminds them of what would happen if they release the water pipes. Meng assures Teng, knowing that they'll be caught in an explosion if they release the water, suppressing the explosion. Finally, the group arrives in the water reservoir, but to their surprise, the inside has already been flowing with lava, rendering them unable to reach the water pipes. So Meng decides to take another action and orders Teng to use his drone to manually destroy the water pipes. This proved to be effective, and they finally blocked the lava flow from spreading any further. This, in turn, made them save Zheng's grandfather-in-law, but as the couple arrives to save their grandfather, they're too late and the grandfather passed away. Not only this, but as they try to flee, they become surrounded by flames. Thankfully, they are rescued by Meng and the others. As the group traverses to safety, Teng notices in the monitoring system that the lava flow is now headed towards the base. Unfortunately, his message wasn't able to get through. This caused the group's car to get stuck on an unexpected lava flow. The lava flow pushes the car with it down a slope, but thanks to Zheng, they were able to attach a cable to get the car hanging on. Each of them got out of the car and climbed to safety. With that over, they were able to get back to the base. While at the base, Meng and Wen Tao finally reconcile with each other, but after just a few minutes, the sensors detect another greater danger. They all rush out to flee to safety through the bridge, but unfortunately Wen Tao gets left behind as the bridge is brought down by a huge volcanic rock. The group gets to an evac helicopter, forcing them to leave Wen Tao behind. But Wen Tao finds a way and tries to gain as much distance from him and the gas to call for help with a flare. But it's too late. The gas and fog have already gotten too close, engulfing Wen Tao and his flare with it. The group is evacuated to a Coast Guard ship, but everyone has suffered a loss. At that last moment, Zheng finds the courage to propose to his grieving fiancée, and surprisingly, she accepts. Meanwhile, Teng is comforting Meng, who is still grieving for her father. On the other hand, Chen, Harris's wife, who is looking for Harris, finds out from the little child he saved that he stayed on the resort, finally accepting his fate and letting himself die with his guilt. The television then reveals that Meng's father, Wen Tao, is being saved, and a flashback reveals that Wen Tao was able to spot a safe cave to hide in from the superheated gas, and finally gets out to get some help. He is then reunited with Meng, who happily greets her father, finally putting the past behind them. That's it, guys. That's the 2019 movie Skyfire. Hope you guys enjoyed this movie recap, and if you did, give us a like and share the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Till then, bye and take care.